So today I'm going to demo a new feature, Hoverrails, which came out of a suggestion that my friend Vincent made, who's been playtesting the game. Thank you, Vincent, by the way. So these are not going to replace the existing Rails system, which is what you can see here, but they are going to be an alternative to it. So the Rails have been great for sort of creating, doors on ships, that sort of thing. However, what Vincent was trying to do was trying to create a floating city, and he wanted basically floating platforms to take him up to the city, and obviously real physical rails like that don't really make sense in a floating city. So that's where these hover rails are going to come in. So if I create myself a little platform to stand on, these hover rails behave relatively similar to the rails there, except rather than placing rails, you just tell it where the rail is. So I'm going to add a new position that it's going to go to, and I'm going to call it the gorge top. And you give it positions relative to this origin, the place where you placed it. So I'm going to go 20 meters straight up, and you can see it's giving me these bus stop places. So up we go, and you can see here's the virtual rail that is traveling along. So we could have done that. Oh, I seem to have destroyed that tree over there. We could have done that easily enough with the regular rails, but when it gets more interesting is I want to take us over the top of these trees here, over to a tree house that I've built over there. So I'm going to create a couple more stops. So, and you may notice that I'm just getting these numbers right first time. That's obvious just because I can tell by eye exactly where we need to go. Or it might be the case that I've figured these out over painful trial and error. I think I definitely need to do something to make it easier to place these. I'm imagining sort of a drag and drop to a position rather than typing the numbers, but this will do for now. Didn't take that long to figure them out. And you'll notice as well I've not given this one a name. That means it doesn't end up in here, but it remains as a waypoint. So you can see it's this line heading off to that waypoint. So actually, let's head off. So up over the trees. There's the tree house I built over there, and we're hitting the waypoint and coming down to the tree house. And have I got my numbers right? Ah, so close. Clearly I needed more trial and error. Let's just put this in just to make it right. So here we are at our tree house, arrived here by our floating platform, and the floating platform will take us all the way between that cave and the tree house over there. So cool.